Today I woke up feeling brand new. I told myself it ain't nothing that I can't do. I talked to God, my ancestors, and my angels. Said if they with me, guaranteed that I can't lose. Went through the storm, but they ain't know that I was rainproof. God body Teflon, came out the chamber, feeling like Stefan, transformed. Thought I missed my prime, but I'm an optimist. I pray for my ops, cause I win, they do the opposite. Well, I'ma sit high on the seat, cause God prepared me a table. Yeah, I jumped the whole hood, we ain't even had cable. Went from a goon to a guard, ain't no myth, ain't no fable. Yeah, I knew that I was great since I was laying in the cradle. Oh, made it, yeah, I say I made it. Yeah, they tried to blackball the God, I still ate, We on God's time, we don't call that late, Call me what you want, but you can't never call me fake. Put in 10,000 hours, they been waiting on me to break it. Got some homies dead tape, but I just do what it take. Yeah, I say I'm great, yeah, I say I'm greater. Out of Houston, I seen fofos getting tipped like waiters. I just seen my biggest celebrators turn into my haters, Yeah, they see me down when I'm up like elevators, yeah. Been through them wars, my rap sheet decorated. Treat my mind like my bed, I woke up and I made it. Yeah, I say I made it, yeah, I say I made it. Before I see the grave, I take my name and I engrave it, yeah. Ask me about my lady, I used to want a Jada, but I don't want all my business being read at the table, That's against my will, rest in peace, Uncle Phil. Need a melanated queen, a dark skin Aunt Viv. These boys going live, but I really live. God body head to toe.
Hey Jay, it's time to go.
What time is it? Dog, it's 4:44. My ancestors and my angels on go. And tell the gods I'm on the way, drop the low. They threw dirt, now they gotta watch me grow. What time is it? Dog, it's 4:44. My ancestors and my angels on go. And tell the gods since I'm with it, drop the low. They threw dirt, now they gotta watch me grow. What time is it? Dog, it's 4:44. Yeah, it's 4:44. Yeah, it's 4:44. It's 4:44. Yeah, everything synchronized. I've been aligned, I've been divine. I ain't nothing to play with, you better press your wine. And peep the signs, or meet the minds. Yeah, I'm real fruitful and I multiply. Play with my body, nah, don't you try. Women lie, men lie, numbers don't lie. I keep that 4:44. I see the 222. I used to go to 7-Eleven. Now I see 11-11. Yeah.
I see through the fakes and the fraudulent. The space turn authentic when I walk in. Laser focus, laser vision. We elevating how we living. My pupils see right through the layers. Turn the volume up, picking our faders. I'm on a whole nother wavelength. My crown get that lost from the cadence, and I'll be like, hey, hey, hey. All of my energy building up. Release on the track when I lay it. Stack abundance to the ceiling like, oh, with a feeling, yeah. Hey, I'm at the top of the pyramid. Talking to God in the mirror shit. Them VVS's ain't clearest as vision projected from binary pictures. I dreamt it so vivid. Walking on clouds through the village with all of the mangoes. My gut can fill up with indigenous roots in my blood. So my cup full of blessings. The heavens inside my ancestry. Travel through realms on a quest for new weaponry. Load up the clip, then I shoot with a melody. Fill up the bucket with alkaline water. Hydrate. Backwards when I somersault through them racks off the craft. I'ma lap to the mattress and back. Meet me outside in the ghost in the shell. Keep my windows on 10 and a tank full of gas. My aura defense with deflected attempts to bring me down to earth. I done broke through the exosphere. He's off the Mars in the rover with special gear. Currently cruise to the cosmos, I'm better here. Sitting on Saturn, collecting my rings. Transmit the signal and shine with the team. Beat me up into the groundwater trying, cause my flow like the now you on desert of dry. It took some dark spaces to cultivate light. The cave was a place where I sparked the idea to burn up the flames in the soul and ignite. The passion inside got me feeling my shine. Yeah, hey, hey. All of my energy building up. Release Release on the track when I lay it. Stack abundance to the ceiling like, oh, what a feeling, yeah, ayy. I'm at the top of the pyramid, talking to God in the mirror shit. I'm at the top of the pyramid, talking to God in the mirror shit.
All my life, I never settled, just getting by my intuition, rise up. Them motherfuckers that counted me out never knew about the long nights, they thought it was stuck. Think what you want. Hop on a flight when I touch down, I'm fucking shit up. Yeah, it's been tough. Tougher when you live a life that you really don't want. So we been grinding like clips and Pharrell. With discipline you will prevail. It's funny how they split our families up. See a family you can't even tell. Need meditation and a bigger blunt. I found myself in the infinite tongue. This beat of life swing like the pendulum. In the hands of us to break this bell. Wait, so I'm fired up. Thinking sweet to this wave is a tidal one. Ain't no fear in my heart cause I cycle done. They ain't looking no guys that can fly with us. Peep the root where the desire from. It's been straight from the soul ever since a young. Every beat I step on it's like finish from channel. My source made the max from the minimum. Look, I'm at the top of the pyramid, yeah. Trusting yourself and get clear quick, yeah. If Cloud in your spot then he killing it, yeah. For soul ain't for sale, he unlimited, yeah. Came a long way but I'm thankful. The highs and the lows, that's just more life experience, yeah. Locked in my purpose like staples. I channel the leader and shine like Cornelius.
Hey, all of my energy building up. Release on the track when I lay it. Stack abundance to the ceiling like, oh, what a feeling, yeah, ayy. I'm at the top of the pyramid, talking to God in the mirror shit. I'm at the top of the pyramid, talking to God in the mirror shit. Hey, all of my energy building up. Release on the track when I lay it. Stack abundance to the ceiling like, oh, what a feeling, yeah, ayy. I'm at the top of the pyramid, talking to God in the mirror shit. I'm at the top of the pyramid, talking to God in the mirror shit.
That's what it sounds like when you liberated. You sound free. You sound more confident. You sound more at peace. One thing about me, I ain't let nobody stop my flow, not a soul. Who job bless, no one curse. Yeah. I'm in a new season of life, I'm feeling right. Was in a dark place, now I finally see the light. My temple illuminating, was stuck in a house, ruminating. I detox, feeling rejuvenated. That Paula Santos is fumigating, cleansing my space now. I used to be spaced out. She wanted me to open up to her like Spacebar, but I couldn't build with her. She left me with a tab. But I ain't tripping, I'm at peace with it. Blessings disguise, just went through custom, getting accustomed to blue skies, blue waters. Remember days I ain't have 2 quarters. Now I just touched 50 and I'm sensing some more coming. And I ain't even 50, but I move like an elder. Wisdom and knowledge flowing within. The YNs respect me cause I used to be them. Now I show them the way. Some days we don't know what to say. Man, you gotta just flow. You gotta just flow. Flow. Flowing like faucet streams in riverbanks. Reflecting on days I could barely fill up the tank. Now these days I pull to the pump 50 on 10 and tell a homeless man to get what he want. Building good karma. Used to get meds from Big Pharma. Now I plan to buy some land and be a big farmer. Yeah, I used to live to eat, but now I eat to live. Life ain't about what you get, it's about what you give. But never give up your peace, gave her a peace of mind. It left me puzzled, I couldn't picture my healing. Now it's 13-foot ceilings, painted pictures revealing. They took the top off the Jeep, I can't picture the ceiling. With my hands out the top, touching these wings, what a beautiful feeling. Went from feeling dead inside to a beautiful living. I had to grow, knowledge of self, I had to know. Sometimes when you don't know where to go, man, you gotta just flow. You gotta just flow. Flow.
clouds, surf while never leaving Earth. 10 toes firmly planted in the dirt for what it's worth. See my life flash before my eyes a couple times, so I'd be lying if I said I don't believe in the divine. For reasons we can't find, the truth will probably blow our minds. This energy in the universe send chills down your spine. Had a talk with a goddess about human design. Pull my code to how I need to get my chakras aligned. Gotta break some bad habits, it's addition by subtraction. Move away from bad actors, trying to leech off your action. It's the laws of attraction, gotta see it before it happens. Gotta believe it with a passion, then receive this beautiful madness. Find a pattern in the chaos, their assessment was way off. You build it from the ground up, you own it, so ain't no layoffs. Your energy is equity, cashing on your day off. Hope to reach a couple souls, it's all a part of the payoff.
Peace and blessings, Starseeds. Welcome to Pronoia Starseed Podcast. It is the goddess Rael, and tonight is a Pronoia night. As usual, too close. All right, so tonight we are joined by the Math Metaphysician himself, Mr. Westbrook. But of course, before I bring him on, I got to run his intro. Okay, so this will be the first time we're running the intro. I think I got to figure out how I'm going to smoothly run everything together in the beginning of the show. But we're going to run the intro video for the Math Metaphysician, and then we will be running April's forecast. Following that, I will be adding him to the stage. So sit back, get comfortable. I hope you are ready tonight. All right, because you got to have a proper introduction, always. So without further ado, here we go.
The 11 laws of God. I'm a vessel. It is I, Starseed.
Remix. I'm having some technical difficulties. I don't know if anything is retrograde, but I've been having some issues tonight. So let's run that back because I don't think it came up. It came up on one half of the screen and didn't come up on the other. So let's start that over again. Let's just
running through the finish line.
All right. It's like clear our palettes and start over again. All right. Here we go.
The 11 laws of God. I'm a vessel. It is I, Starseed, the musical mathematician. Law 1, you come from a piece that none can disturb. The hidden one is you get back to zero if you need to purge. Law 2, nothing in this world can be against you. All your experiences are here to lift you and assist you. Law 3, your knowing is unlimited. Your not knowing just mean your mind ain't formed it into sentences. Let go of the ignorance, step into your omnipotence. Challenges will fall once you cultivate the experience. Law 4, words plus emotion is a potion. You can change the world by being true and just evoking. Keep your heart still out to the world and go reach higher land. I know I will succeed, I surrender to the divine plan. Law 5, God needs you to come into existence. Let your intuition guide you inside you, let go resistance. Law 6, God need to punish his no awards. You are one with the Lord, that power is all yours. Law 7, rejection, redirection, don't make life hard. You have the power, but not the right to just ignore God. Choose peace, detrimental emotions make you lose sleep. This medicine and candy, I will, therefore I am free. Law 8, you are not a human, you're a divinity. So in the face of challenges, you can maintain your inner peace. Law 9, it's not what you think or what you affirm. It is who is thinking and affirming. Gotta discern the knowledge you've obtained is not the only education. No longer match your motives through rationalization.
All right, so we're having all kinds of technical things going on. I had the video queued up backstage and then it wasn't anymore. So what I'm going to do is first bring the Math Metaphysician himself on, and we're going to play the video in a few. Hold on, give me a second to bring him to the stage.
What's good? What's good? Peace to the Starseeds. Let me make sure I'm in the frame on both.
Oh, no, right?
Yep. All right, I'm in the frame. Yep. So peace and love, everybody. Peace and love, peace and blessings to all the star seeds out there. And of course to you, Goddess Rael. Peace and love to you.
Peace and love to you. Yes, I was hoping that I had everything flowing. We had it backstage, and then all of a sudden everything just started. I don't know what's in retrograde. I don't know what these numbers. It's 411. I might need to get the 411 already. I need to call 411 or 911.
Yeah, it might be something. Might be something with them planets, you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
King Adonis, let us know if it's the planets is in retrograde or something.
Yeah. You know, cardology. You know, let us know what the cards say.
Yeah, what the cards say.
Yeah, peace, Adonis. Peace to you. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to go in and find this video so I can re-upload it because I don't know what happened. In the meantime, I'm going to, you want to run a video or did you want to speak with the Starseeds while I just disappear for a second?
You know what? We can we can chop it up for a little bit. As a matter of fact, I'll open up with the daily mathematics because I was going to actually do that before I got into the subject, but I could do that now and then we could play the video because that'll be a nice segue into April since I'm talking about today. You know,
okay.
Today, so we could do it that way. Yep.
All right. I'll be back.
All right. So peace and love, Starseed. So like how I normally do my my talks, my downloads here before I get into whatever I'm going to talk about. Mars is winning the Aries. Okay, maybe. Yep, maybe that explains it right there. That sounds really intense right there. Mars and Aries. Woo. But but yeah, so normally I would give the daily mathematics right before I go into whatever I'm talking about for the supreme numerics, math metaphysical Pronoia Starseed monthly offering. But since we're having some technical difficulties, we're going to move the program around a little bit, move the agenda around, and go to the daily mathematics. And I'll do the math for both today and tomorrow, since we are in the last couple of hours of Saturn's day. But I'll talk to you about what the energy has been for today, and then what the energy will be for tomorrow. So today is Saturday, Saturn's Day, April 11th. We're in the 4th month, 11th day on the calendar in 2026. It's a one universal year. But today we are under the influence of both that calendar day, the 11th day of the month, and the universal day. So the number 11 is a master number. Master number are those numbers that double up, 11, 22. Those are the two main master numbers because there is no 33, 44 on the calendar, but your name can add up to a 33 or 44 or something higher than the 22, or the numbers in your birthday might add up to a master number that goes beyond 11 to 22. But today we're under that influence of that master number 11 energy. And that number 11 is the frequency of spiritual awakening and spiritual downloads. And when you add a 1 + 1 together to get 2 as a single digit number, that is the number of love, compassion, gentleness, sensitivity, intuition. 2 is an intuitive number. Both the 11 and the 2 are both numbers of compassion and understanding. 11 is a higher vibration of compassion and understanding, since those master numbers are very powerful, and they're the higher octave of these energies. Now, when we look at the universal day, and to review, we get the universal day by adding up the calendar month, the calendar day, and the current year, or whatever year you want to know about. But since we're talking about today, We add April, the 4th month, plus the 11th day, plus 2026, and we are in a 7 universal day, or we have been in the 7 universal day. So number 7 is another very spiritual number. It's the number of spirituality. It's the number of metaphysics. It's the number of religion. On one side, there's 2 sides to the 7. So on that one side, you have that intuitive, spiritual side of the 7, but the other side of the 7, you have that analytical, researcher type of energy too. And if you possess 7s in your name or your birthday, or if you're going through a 7 cycle, the best approach is to have a healthy balance between the intellect and the intuitive. But on the 7 energy, it's all about going below the surface to find the deeper meaning of things. And when we look at that in the supreme mathematics of the nation of gods and earths, the 5 percenters, 1111, that's knowledge. And when you add that double knowledge together, you get wisdom. And I'll be going into the spiritual 411 as the subject tonight. And when you're acquiring that knowledge and that information, you have to have the wisdom to apply that knowledge properly. So that's the energy that we're influenced by for Saturday, today, April 11th. Now tomorrow, Sunday, April 12th, we're under the influence of that number 12 for the 12th day of the calendar. And when we add up the month, day, and the year, that adds up to an 8 universal day. So as a compound number, the double digits, that 12 is the hangman. So that is the energy of a couple of interpretations. The ones that I've received is taking a pause. You're hanging upside down to take that pause to consider your current position, and you want to perceive your current position, your current situation from a different perspective. That's one energy of it. Another perspective is avoiding being the sacrificial lamb for the benefits of other people. And then when we go to the supreme mathematics, 1 is knowledge, 2 is wisdom, 3 is understanding. When you acquire the knowledge and you apply the wisdom, you gain that understanding. And understanding is to see or to perceive things through clear vision and to see things how they truly are and not how they might present themselves to be, because what we see and what's the truth or what the reality is or the actuality may be different. And when you're seeing things clearly and you have proper understanding, that's connected to the hangman, because you took that time to take a break from whatever you were doing, to perceive the situation and and how things are in that moment, to decide if you need to make adjustments before you proceed or if you need to backtrack and regroup. And then also having proper understanding prevents you from being taken advantage of and becoming that sacrificial lamb. Now, as a universal day of 8, that number 8 is that number of maturity, a day for you to have a greater sense of maturity. It's that old soul energy. So it's an excellent time to connect with your elders and your ancestors. Of course, you should be doing that all the time anyway. Yes, hangman to Pisces. Yeah, Pisces connected to the number 3. Exactly. And that number 8 energy is that moving forward, looking back, to go back and fetch while you're moving forward in that spirit of Sankofa, which is also relevant to tonight's subject, once we get to it. So that's the daily mathematics. Hopefully the goddess Rael has combed out all of the technological challenges and we and we ready to get that April video rolling. Okay, she's still getting it together over there. Welcome to another Supreme Numerics offering. Welcome to a new month and welcome to the spring season. Happy New Year. This is the April 2026 Universal Numerology message for the collective. And for these few minutes, I will be speaking from the subject of spring into balance and moderation, outwit the devil. And this will be coming from the universal month's energy based on the sum total of the current year and the current calendar month. And it will also be based on the numerical vibration of the word April. So let's get into it. When we combine the universal year 2026 with the fourth calendar month of April, it adds up to the number 14 as a compound number and 5 as a single digit. So we are in a 14-5 universal month. The meaning of 14 is balance, temperance, and moderation, which will be very important for us to practice as the weather is starting to break. It's lighter outside until 7 p.m., at least on my side of the United States. The seasonal depression is fading and the energy is rising. We had a rough winter with our cold temperatures, of course, that's normal. But we got hit extra hard with more snowstorms across the country, more than usual, more than past years. So we couldn't wait for winter to be over with. And now that it's over, at least I hope it's over, you never know what you're going to get in March and April. It could be snowing or it could be 90 degrees. You never know. But now that it's over, we're ready to be outside again. And after being inside for so long and cold for so long, some of us can be very tempted to run wild now that we have a little bit more freedom. The universal 14-5 month is in support of that, since 5 is the number of freedom and movement, but it needs to be done with balance and moderation. April doesn't want us to be that child that's been sheltered its entire life, and then once they turn 18 and go off to college, they go from one extreme to the other end of the spectrum. That can result in the consequences of overindulgence. The consequences of overindulging in physical pleasures such as food, alcohol, sex, and drugs, and not practicing balance and moderation include health issues, sickness, and diseases, and holistic health issues, not just physical, but mental, emotional, and spiritual too. But of course, everything is connected. On the negative side, the number 5 is the number of addiction as a result of that overindulgence. Overindulgence and not using moderation and balance also leads to a lack of productivity, poor choices, and destruction to oneself and others. Or to look at it in another way, maybe we lived too much of a sedentary lifestyle and we overindulged in vices while we were shut inside and cold during the winter. And the 14 temperance card in tarot numerology is calling us to restore balance and get our lives together before we lose balance and spiral out of control. From another perspective of the 14, it's a karmic debt number, repayment for wrongdoing in the past life. And this particular wrongdoing was overindulgence in the physical pleasures of sex, money, and drugs in the past life, of course. And this debt is repaid and overcome by using moderation and curbing our appetites for physical stimulation. Or, as the Hindus will call it in the Bhagavad Gita, which I've been currently reading and studying, they call it sense gratification. In chapter 2, verse 71 of that text, it says that a person who has attained real peace is one who has given up all desires for sense gratification. And we could take it from the Krishna consciousness and go to the Christ consciousness, because the first Sunday of April is Resurrection or Easter Sunday. And at the time of this recording, it is Good Friday, and this will go up today, so it'll be going up on Good Friday. But I want to go to the book of Galatians chapter 5. But Galatians might be Christ consciousness or it might be the Apostle Paul consciousness, but that's a whole other conversation. But anyway, Chapter 5, verses 16 and 17 say to walk in the fruit of the Spirit and not the lust of the flesh. Of course, we're humans living in present-day Babylon, and we don't expect ourselves to give up all of our sense gratification. But the object is to find balance and use moderation, and to be in the world and not of it. To not be sinless, but to sin less. And we can still maintain a sense of real peace when we do that. The word vibration of April as the expression number, which is the sum total of APRIL, when we apply a numerical value to each letter, backs up this message of springing into balance and moderation. In the Chaldean system of numerology, April adds up to 15 as a compound number and 6 as a single digit. In tarot numerology, 15 is the devil card, which represents the actuality and materialization of temptation. It's the manifestation of the overindulgence we talked about with this 14-5 universal month. The one that comes in front of that 5 represents the desires or forces manifested as negative thoughts, decisions, habits, and actions, while the 5 represents the changes. 5 is the number of change that come as a result of succumbing to those vices. In the image of the devil card, like you see here, you see the man and the woman, they're both chained up, but they can choose to free themselves from sin or stay in bondage of their sin. Both God and the devil are in all of us, but we can choose which one we're going to be. And I love how the character of the devil describes sin in Napoleon Hill's book, Outwitting the Devil. In this book, Outwitting the Devil, the author is having a conversation with the Prince of Darkness himself. Now, is he actually having a conversation with Satan, or is he using his imagination to imagine what the devil would say? Or is he channeling the energy of the devil? I don't know, but it's a conversation between the author and the devil. And in the chapter on education and religion, he asked the devil about the meaning of sin and what sin is. And I love the devil's response to the author's question, because it's very simple, but it's very profound. And the devil describes sin as anything that causes one to suffer mental or physical misery. And that could lead to spiritual misery as well. That's interesting that I quoted Galatians earlier, because in this King James Version of Galatians chapter 5, it uses the phrase lust of the flesh. But when I go to the NIV translation, the NIV version, it refers to that same phrase as desires of sinful nature. And it's also interesting that I talked about the temperance card in tarot in verse 23 in chapter 5 of Galatians, in the KJV mentions temperance as part of the fruit of the Spirit. And we have all of this number 5 energy. It's chapter 5 of Galatians, it's verse 23, 2 plus 3 equals 5. It's a 14 universal month. 14 is temperance in the tarot. 1 plus 4 equals 5. Can't make this shit up. So how do we outwit the devil? We outwit the devil by using the positive sides of the universal 14-5 month and the expression number 15-6, which includes having a strong mental foundation and using our sharp mental faculties, as the Hermetic principle, the first Hermetic principle of mentalism teaches us, all is mind. That's the number 14. We can also outwit the devil by learning self-control, which is 14 as well, and practicing self-discipline, which is connected to the number 5. And we can take it from the Chaldean, tarot, Pythagorean systems of numerology and go to the supreme mathematics of the nation of gods and earths, The number 5 in that system is power refinement. So we outwit the devil by cleansing ourselves of our negativity, becoming refined and divine, so we can step into the power to destroy devilishment. God. We outwit the devil through balance or being equal mentally as well as physically, which is 6 God in supreme mathematics. And we can pair that with responsibility, stability, and consistency when we return back to the systems of numerology that we were just using, and those energies are connected to the number 6 when we add 1 plus 5 together. So I'm going to close this April message out by once again referencing the 14 universal month in just a moment, while also tying in the expression number of April in the Pythagorean system of numerology, which I haven't mentioned yet in this video. Springing into balance and moderation. Springtime. Some cultures mark the start of spring on March 20th or 21st, while others align with the April 1st, Gregorian calendar, fake out technology, which would be even more timely for this month's message. But all in all, spring is a time of rebirth for nature and renewal. Plants and flowers start growing again. Trees get their leaves back. Animals come out of hibernation. Jesus has resurrected. He has risen. But all of these external things that mark the spring season should be reflected inside of each one of us, as within, so without. And with all this talk about balance and moderation, the 14 of the Temperance Tarot card also tells us that when we're restoring balance and practicing moderation, we should also be connecting with spirit. And 14 is the number of rebirth and elevation to a higher spiritual plane. April adds up to the number 29 in the Pythagorean system. 2 plus 9 is a master number 11, the number of spiritual awakening, enlightenment, and downloads on the positive side when we're in balance and spending time with spirit. But when we're out of balance and not practicing moderation, 11 on the negative side brings hidden danger, threats, betrayal, poor judgment, and big problems and challenges through. Which side of the numbers you want to operate on is up to you. You have a choice, just like the man and woman on the devil card. You can choose to be in chains and be a slave to your lower self, or you can choose to spring into balance and moderation, out with the devil, rise above sin's gratification to achieve Krishna consciousness, and walk in the fruit of the spirit of Christ consciousness. This has been your April 2026 Universal Numerology Message for the Collective. Make it a great month, and I will see you in May. Peace. All right.
Wow. What a message.
This came.
I love the number 23, of course. That's my number. And then that number 5.
Yeah.
Ooh, but that number 14. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all those variations of the number 5 in there. You know, so that's the thing about these compound numbers. They provide nuance to the single digit number once you reduce it down. So that's why every number 5 person isn't the same. 5 person is different from a person born on the 14th. 14th person is different from someone who's born on the 23rd. It adds that distinction in there. Just like when we add the astrology to the numerology to form astronumerology, that's another way that brings nuance to these energies and to our personalities and all of that. But yeah, Glad you enjoyed it. Glad you enjoyed it, and I hope the Starseeds out there enjoyed that and resonated with it.
I know a couple of them have already called me and reached out like, yo, really? That's the 411? I was like, that's the 411 for April.
Yeah, that's part. Yeah, that's definitely part of it. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I went into when I did my in-person event in Jersey last Saturday. I went into the spring equinox also and connected that to April as well. So we getting that new month and that new season energy going on there, and it's all connected. It's all connected.
Yes, indeed. I'm excited for this month because it's been a lot going on. It's been a fast month. We're already at 4/11, and I promise you, I feel like we just stepped into April. So
yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah, it's just slow
time.
down a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we all living in the quickening, so that means everything is quickening. The earth is spinning faster, time is moving faster, people are getting information quicker, secrets are being revealed at a quicker pace. Things that would have taken 20 or 30 years to get revealed, they're getting revealed within a few weeks or a few months. So we are definitely in the quickening right now.
Oh, you say that, and look how aligned that is. Because this Monday, I'm doing Masters Monday with Dr. Dilbert Blair, and it's the quickening. I am doing the quickening. I'm using that speech that we've played here a couple of times. We're going to dissect it a little bit and talk about the time we're in right now. So for you to say that, and he didn't know that was what I was doing. So that is so in alignment. That is so crazy.
That's right. All I knew was it was Master Mondays coming up, the premiere Master Mondays. I didn't know who she was offering for this first Master Mondays or what the topic was going to be.
Yes, the quickening with Dr. Dilbert Blair. Wow, that is wild.
That's perfect. That's right on time. Very relevant. Yeah. Very
relevant. Yes. Oh yeah, we got Smart Video Girl. She said it's her birthday month. Yes.
Yes. Yes. Oh, Earth Day, right? Earth Day, baby.
Earth Day, baby. 4/22. And then we have Anubis says his sister was born 1/5, so he definitely resonates with that 5 energy.
January 5th. So you got that. So your sister has that number 5 energy along with that Capricorn energy, that Capricorn 5 energy, that earth and air together. Okay.
Yeah. He said, "Oh, you got the number 47 behind you, 11."
Yeah, 11. We're gonna be talking about that 11.
Yeah, that's so funny because you got the 11 on the jersey when I made the jerseys for the Starseed prom.
Yes. So my jersey. Yes, because you had to give your bestie the 22. So I'm like, all right, I'll take that. It's all good. It's all good. That's your bestie. She can have the 22.
I know, but look, 11 is 22. I was like, both of y'all really got the 22.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. We both got it.
Yeah. Look, I be fair. She said, "That's right."
Peace, knowledge born.
Yes, peace. All right. Well, look. Do you want me in the classroom, or you want me to stay up here with the teacher, or as an assistant on the side? You let me know.
You can go. You can have your seat, and you can come back up. I'm gonna need you at the end. I'm gonna need you at the closing. But
of course. I'm gonna go have my seat in the back of the class and throw stuff at you. No, I'm just playing. I'm gonna sit back and be very
throw something at knowledge, right? Throw something. Yeah, knowledge is the one that you would throw something at.
That's right. All right, I'll see you in a bit.
All right, peace, y'all. All right, good evening, Starseed family. So I would like to draw your attention. You don't have to get your books or go to your Googles, I have it right here. But if you want to write it down and revisit it later, I'm going to be referencing a couple of scriptures. So I'm going to start in the book of Psalm, chapter 91, verse 11. And it reads, "For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways." And now we're going to stay in Psalm, but we're going to go to chapter 119, and we're going to go to verse 105, which reads, "Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path." Then lastly, we're going to go over to the New Testament. We're going to go to the book of Matthew, chapter 7, verses 24 through 25. "Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock." Starseed family, for these few minutes, I'll be speaking from the subject of what's the spiritual 411. What's the spiritual 411? And may the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in the sight of Source and the ancestors. So be it. 411. What is 411? 411 started, he said, preach. 411 started as a telephone number used for directory information. You could dial that number, you could speak to an operator or an automated telephone operator, and you can ask that operator for information about people, businesses, organizations, and they will provide phone numbers and addresses for individuals or businesses. This is before the internet. You know, I would ask Adonis if he heard of 411 or know what 411 is about. But Adonis is an old soul, so in Adonis's past life, he knew about 411, and he knew about phone books too. So you could think of 411 as a human version of a phone book. Now, I'm sure all of us are of age to know what phone books are or have seen a phone book before, but you can think about this. This is crazy. You can go into this book, look up somebody's name, and find a phone number and call them. Public information. How wild is that? But this is before the internet, before the internet became mainstream, before it became accessible to everybody, and before we had high-speed internet. And that got me wondering, if that's both a gift and a curse, because the way the people use internet, it got me feeling like it should be like how people talk about podcast equipment. Like we got to put it up somewhere or increase the price on it or make people take a test in order to use the internet and podcast equipment, because people be getting up on these interwebs and just be saying anything. But anyway, that's not that's neither here nor there. But that 411 phone number that was used as a directory to find addresses and phone numbers, that evolved into the slang lexicon of what's the 411. And in the slang lexicon, 411 just refers to information. When someone asks, what's the 411? They're asking, what's the info? What's the news? What's the gossip? What's the details? In today's 2026 language, people might put it into the form of the question, what's the tea? Give me the tea. That's the 411. And you see how these phrases kind of evolve over time. And that question, what's the 411, became popularized by Mary J's first album of the same name. So if you saw my promo video, that beautiful fly ass promo video that the goddess Rael created for the show tonight, she had that song, that title song from Mary J's first album, What's the 411, with Grand Poobah. So the last track of that album, Mary J and Grand Poobah, they over here chopping it up, or Grand Poobah, he's plotting on Mary J. He wants to push up on her, and he's plotting how he's going to get his rap down, or to use a phrase that the kids use today, he's trying to get his riz together. But he's kicking it to Mary J. Mary J is like, all right, I hear you talking that talk, but I ain't stupid. You ain't about to play with me. You better be serious about this, But that term, that question, what's the 411, became popular based on that classic album. That's right, Anubis, classic album right there. So that's how that term became popular in the slang or the pop culture lexicon. So now that we got the physical meaning of what's the 411 out of the way, we're going to go over to the numbers. What do the numbers say from a numerical and spiritual perspective? Because here at Pronoia, we go beyond the surface level. We go below the surface. We get deep with it here. So we're going to get into what is the spiritual 411. Now, as I'm breaking down the 411 and the numbers, I'm going to do this from a multitude of numerology systems. We're going to use a little bit of the supreme mathematics, ties back into the daily mathematics that I did before I started this message here. We're going to go into the Chaldean and the Pythagorean systems of numerology. We're going to go into the angel and the synchronicity number meanings of the 411 also. We're going to look at how the single digits of 411 work interdependently and in relation to the physical meaning that I just broke down here. And then lastly, we're going to tie it all together. That's where I'm going to bring Goddess Rael back up stage at the end, because we're going to tie it back to one of her channels that she delivered to the family, several weeks ago. So we're going to start with these numbers individually. Start with the number 4. 411 starts with the number 4. The number 4 is the number of foundation. It's the number of innovation, thinking outside of the box. It's a forward, futuristic thinking number. And spiritually, 4, when you connect it to the cosmos, it's that number of divine order. Since the number 4 on a mundane level is about organization, structure, and foundation, when you think about it cosmically, that 4, you can think about all the planets and the stars, how they're orchestrated in divine order. That's number 4 energy right there. And a number 4 is followed by double ones, 2 ones. And singular, as a singular number, that number 1 is divine creation and creativity. It's the number of authority. It's authoritative. It's that dynamic number. And in the supreme mathematics, it's the number of knowledge. So that's how we want to think about the ones in the 411 here, since in the physical meaning of 411, it's that directory. You call 411 to get information. So those ones are the information, that knowledge that you're looking to gain or acquire. And when you double up the ones together, it forms that master number 11 that we talked about for today. Today is April 11th. So we're talking about the spiritual 411 on 411. You see how we did that there, right? So again, that master number 11, yes, it's that spiritual awakening. It's that number of receiving downloads very rapidly and taking those downloads and those ideas and putting them into action. But the master number 11 is also the number of the enlightener. People who possess the master number 11, they're here to light the world with big ideas and to be a guiding light for others. Hence that scripture in Psalms. I think that was Psalm 91 that we talked about that dealt with the word being the light into the path. So when you're calling your spiritual 411, and when you call in spiritual 411, you're calling to receive those. You're calling for those downloads. You're calling for that guidance. You're calling for those channels. So when you're receiving that information, you're here to use it to guide others to the light, or to be a guiding light for others. Now, the 4 that precedes the double ones, it forms a foundation. So before you receive that light and those downloads, that knowledge and that gnosis, you want to have some kind of plan or some type of direction and organization, because knowledge, information, downloads without any kind of direction or organization is useless. When you receive that information, you want to have some type of plan. That number 4 is that number of planning. With that number 4, that's not the type of energy where you just want to go with the flow or do things all willy-nilly. That number 4 needs to be structured. It needs to be planned. So when you're receiving that information, you want to have a plan for it, for how you're going to use it, how you're going to apply it, and how you're going to use it to help others, which we'll get to in a minute when we combine it all together. That number, in addition to building that foundation, you also want to think creatively and think outside of the box, since that number 4 is that innovative number. So you can think about using that number or using that information in an innovative way, or you can go about innovative ways to acquire that information. So that spiritual 411 is about having a plan, having a foundation before you receive the downloads, and also maybe there's a need to think outside the box to determine how to use the information and how to get that information. Now, when we add it all together, 411, when we add that foundation to the ones of knowledge, or that 11 for downloads and spiritual information, that adds up to, can't make this up, a number 6. And number 6, like, wait a minute, what season of Pronoia are we in now? What season of Pronoia did we just start? Oh, 6, right? Look at that. Season 6, 411 adds up to a 6. And yeah, that's right. And what planet does the number 6 rule and is connected to? Oh, Venus. Look at that. Venus, ancient Venus. That's right. So we got that 6 energy all in alignment. The synchronicities be real. Trying to tell y'all. Well, I ain't got to tell y'all. Y'all be seeing it. The synchronicities be real. But what is the meaning of the number 6? What does that number 6 mean in the context of the 411? So once you built that foundation, and well, you made the call, you built the foundation. Oh, shout out to Lady Saturn 22. You got both my energies right there. You got that Saturn. I'm a Capricorn, and I'm a born on the 22nd. So shout outs to you. But that number 6, when you build that foundation and you receive those downloads, the number 6 is reminding you to use that information in balance, since that number 6 is the number of balance. And that connects to the April message, because in that video that we watched at the beginning for the message for April, one of the messages, along with moderation and temperance, was finding balance and restoring balance. So I'm giving the message within the month of April, and it's just another reminder to apply balance to everything that we do. And then number 6 is also reminding us that once we receive those channels and those downloads and that information, we must use it responsibly and have a sense of morality when we're using it. Since number 6 is connected to justice and recognizing right versus wrong. So number 6 is connected to balance. It's connected to responsibility, duty and responsibility. It's connected to right and wrong. And this is a perfect moment to go to a quick 10-second commercial break. So April 20th, 2026, we'll be having installment number 2 of Unmasking Morality with Mawu Lisa Temple, which will be on Zoom. So you can reach out to me, or if you're connected to Mawu Lisa, you can get that Zoom information. But join us April 20th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time for Unmasking Morality, Part 2. Now, back to the message. Now that we broke down the numbers individually, 4, 1, 1, what the 4 means, what the ones mean individually, what the ones mean together as the master number 11, let's go to the angel number meaning for 411. Now, according to the angel number meaning, now the angel numbers, those are those numbers that you see, those repeated numbers that you see repeatedly. Like maybe you're seeing 411 on the clock, or you get your receipt from the store and you spent $400 $411 or $4.11. You just seeing 411 all over the place, and you wondering what that means. That's what angel numbers are, and also synchronicity numbers. So I'm going to read to you the angel number meaning along with the synchronicity number meaning of 411. So the angel number 411 means the angels are with you, ready to give you information and guidance. All you need to do is ask. All right. And that guidance and the angels being with you, that goes back to that scripture, that second Psalm scripture. I might be getting them mixed up, but that second Psalm scripture, as a matter of fact, I can go back to it. I got it marked and make sure I'm referencing the right one. Oh, see, I got it backwards. The 119, 105, that was the lamp unto my feet and light to my path. And the 91 verse, what did I say, 11? Yes, for he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. So Psalm 91, 11, that's the one that relates to the angel number meaning of 411. The angels are with you, ready to give you information and guidance. All you need to do is ask. And information and guidance, that connects to the literal physical meaning of 411. Back when you used to call the operator to get information. that physical meaning is the same as the angel number meaning. And asking your angels or source or your guides for that spiritual information, that's when you're sitting in solitude, you're sitting in your prayer closet, you're sitting in meditation, you're sitting in that silence so you can hear the messages and receive the info in that guidance. Now, when we go over to the synchronicity number meaning of 411, and the synchronicity numbers, 411 is the synchronicity number for friendly alliance. This number involves cooperation between parties. In order for things to proceed, you must work with those who are involved in the situation with you. It also speaks of cooperating with the universe and being open to receive. You may need a helping hand up or a good friend. You may need a helping hand up or a good friend is on their way to give you support. Accept the help and don't cause hurt feelings or step on toes. Working together and accepting help accomplishes much. This number can apply to artists working with a manager or anyone who comes in to solve problems and get things moving. I accept help and input from others. I don't have to do everything alone. So that's the synchronicity number, the synchronicity number meaning of 411. To be receptive, to accept the help, but in order to be receptive to the help, you have to ask for the help. Which a lot of us prideful individuals, we might have trouble asking for help, but you're not going to get the help and assistance if you don't ask for it. Closed mouths do not get fed. And in the context of the 411, since that was a telephone number, you gotta dial the number and wait for that ring. And once you dial the number and wait for that ring, you have to ask for the information that you want. If you just dial the number and the person on the other end of the line is answering like, hello, hello, and you're not saying anything, they just going to bang on you. They just going to hang up. So you have to ask for what you are seeking. Seeking you shall find. So so I'm getting to the conclusion here. So what's the spiritual 411? What's the 411 about the spiritual 411? So here's the 411 on the spiritual 411. In order to receive gnosis, light, knowledge, downloads, channels, information from source, you must build a strong foundation. That's the number 4. And then, of course, the knowledge, light, information, downloads, channels, that's the master number 11. But you must build a strong foundation. That's the number 4. So you can initiate and orient yourself. And you must ask for the information, ask for the guidance. Because like I said, if you call the number and you don't say anything, whoever's on the other end, they'll just hang up on you. And you won't get the information. You won't get the 411 you were looking for. And then once you get the guidance, you get the downloads, you get the channels, you get the information, you get the knowledge, either from within yourself or from outside or from above, you have a moral duty to share that information and share that light with others, and to use that light and that information and those downloads responsibly in the right conscientious way. So in this mundane world, the 411 is to get phone numbers and addresses. These days, websites too. You can add websites to that for individuals and businesses. But for us Starseeds, the spiritual 411 is the spiritual information and the guidance, the knowledge, the light, the channels, the downloads. So that's the numerical perspective and meaning of the 411, to receive that information, to share the light, to be the light. Also to work in the dark too, but just I know that there's the duality there, but I'm speaking on the light because 11 is connected to the light according to certain systems of numerology. And and Starseeds, you got to have the faith that your guides are with you, sources with you, and they will answer the line. So you got to have the faith that they'll answer the line for you, and you have to have the faith that they will give you and provide you the information that you need, so you can heal yourself and others, because that's the number 6. Once you add it up, number 6 is a healing number, so you can heal yourself and others, and so you can restore balance. And so that you can spread the love, because number 6 is the energy of love also. And we do what we do out of love as Starseeds. And that is the spiritual 411. So I'm gonna bring the goddess Rael back up to the stage, and as she's coming up, I'm gonna set this up for her, because she's the Transformation Tuesday. She's the mother, the Starseed mother, or however Knowledge Born calls it. But she does that. But Transformation Tuesdays, that's her jam right there. That's her offering that during these monthly podcasts. So if y'all were tapped in, y'all remember she did a Transformation Tuesday on the subject of new frequency, who it is, and she had a lot of those phone service analogies going on in there. So I want, if you can, Goddess Rael, I just threw it off the backboard for you, so I want you to slam dunk it, and connect the new frequency, who it is, to the spiritual 411.
For sure. Wow. Okay. You need to give me okay. You really want the
you got it.
Channel. You want the channel. Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
Yes, the spiritual. Yes. First of all, loving the spiritual 411. And we definitely get downloads, and those downloads come in. I'm looking at, all I can see is that who. But okay, all right. So yes, I didn't know that's the Transformation Tuesdays you was going to tap into. Yes. Okay. So we get the 411. That is when we tune into the new frequency. That is when we know that it's time to step in. Now, what I saw when you were talking was when you spoke about the number 11 being attached to light. I saw a light bulb, and I saw those 2 little lines inside of the light bulb, right? And that was like and those are like pillars of light, and you're right. You can go between light and darkness, but that 11 is definitely, it's like 2, all I saw was 2 like beams of light when you spoke about the number 11. And so, yes. Okay. So tonight, 411. For one, I love the information you gave us. Channeling is what I love to do. And you definitely, when you get those downloads, you have to have that stability. So when you talked about that number 4 being that stability, it's like a table to lay the information on. It's like once you get the information you're going to do with it, you have to be ready. And it's crazy because, like, since I was young, I've been channeling messages, and at first I didn't really know what to do with this information. It would just come to me, and then because it was usually a premonition or something forewarning me of something else, most of the time when I didn't listen, it was like this close to death type of information. So it was like, okay, I know that I'm going to start getting these downloads. I need to know what to do when I get them. Like, what do I do? Like, when I see something, react. Like, you have to be aware. So when you have these powers, when you get these new uploads, you have to be prepared for it. And because we're in this age, like you said, of the quickening, it's going to happen so quickly. That's why this podcast is so important, because you mention it, so it's already there. It's there. You know it's happening. You know it's coming. So be prepared for it with that 4. The number 1 for communication, and number 1 for being like, I think of the number 1 like as a leader too. You reach out to the leadership when you want information, right? You call 411, you reach out to somebody that you think is going to be able to give you the right information, lead you in the right direction.
Yeah, and authority.
Yes, an authority. Number 1 is an authority figure. Because when I think of number 1, I think of Aries, right?
Yeah.
I think of Claudia. She's an Aries. I think of someone who stands in their power. So you want to call somebody, you're going to call 411, you're going to call somebody that's going to give you the right information. And they have the 4, which is the stability and the information. So it makes you feel comfortable calling. And it's funny, you were talking about the yellow pages. I'm like, come on now. Don't do that to us. Don't even do that. You took me all the way back. I used to play with people's phone numbers. I was a kid. One of them kids go in the back of the phone book and found the last person to ask them how did they feel being the last person in the phone. Yes, those were the days you could just go in and call somebody up and look their number up and look at that. How much information is out there, your public information. 11 is justice too. Yes, justice. Yes, the pillars. That's what I could see. All I see is like bright pillars. So yes, that number is very high vibrational. And that's why I used it when we did that promo. I thought I did. I was strategic. It wasn't just that I gave you number 22 to my sis. It wasn't just that. It was also that you had that high vibrational 11 energy. You know what I'm saying? It's like you are 22, but you also got that 11 energy, right? Of being fair and just, and you're like a teacher. So it's like that Mayat kind of thing going on. So yeah.
But I told you that Mr. Westbrook's adds up to an 11.
Yes. Oh, look at that. And then and it's so funny you kept saying that number 11 because when we talked prior, I shared with you 2 of my numbers were 11. Soul, urge, and personality numbers.
Yes, you did.
Were both 11, and so that number 11 continues to come up. It's been coming up a lot this month, and I keep seeing 444. I saw Lady Saturn. She's seen a lot of numbers. She's had 888, and it's been a lot of synchronicities. Again, it's the quickening. Those numbers are coming up. It's almost like codes, like alarms going off almost.
Yeah. Well, when the people see when you put out them clips from the Purple Room, we were talking about those cats and those protections. That triple, that 444 as an angel number, that is one of those protection angel numbers right there. Makes sense.
Makes sense right now, especially in this energy. Yes, 444. Yes, because when you talked about in April, like that karmic, that number 14, that and I know all about that number 14. It's something about that number 14 that be trying to creep around me. I'll be like, no, I don't like that number 14, even though it is attached to temperance, right? You said it's a number attached to temperance. But I was thinking about what you were saying, and we're in the age of Aquarius, so it makes so much sense that everybody, you have to be accountable, because right now we're not in the age of illusion and delusion. We're in the age of clarity. So if you want to be presented or seen a certain way, you actually, in fact, have to be that way, because people are actually seeing the veils are gone. I feel like the veils are, for me, are gone, and they're slowly sliding off for everybody else. Like So what we've been seeing will not continue. And I think that number again, 11, is enlightenment. You know, it's the sun, it's clarity. Yes, because clarity is currency. Absolutely. It's the new currency. It's the new currency. Money's going out of style. The new currency is clarity. People don't want to be living in illusions anymore.
Yeah, that's the clarity that actually has value, because that attention as currency, that has a false value to it.
Yeah.
everybody want that attention. But
attention sways, it goes up and down. You know, attention is a frequency of up and down. People like you today and hate you tomorrow. So if you base your energy or your currency, your bank account, it could be 0, it could be 100, it could be 0, it could be negative, based on what? External validation. No, we got to find something else stronger to pull on. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. He said he in a 22-4 personal year. Powerful.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that means you you should be working on building something. Building something that's gonna not only building something, but building something that's gonna last for longevity. Yes, you do something big for humanity this year under the 22 year, because for under a regular 4 year, it's about foundation and building and structure and all of that. But when it's a 22-4 year, that's when you got to start taking those downloads that you've been getting and start building them into something tangible.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that a lot of us are starting again to get those kind of downloads. And that's why it's important that you attune your frequency to what attunes to you. I love that we have Mahatma Starseed here, because she deals with sound frequency healing. And those tuning forks, they tune to the sounds that their own frequency. You can't, it don't vibrate on any other frequency. So we have to get attuned to the frequency of and right now the frequency is honesty. The frequency is transparency, because if you're not, so the thing about like being human, like you said, we all lust, we've all gone through it. Even if you're not a lustful being now, you probably lusted when you was a child. You probably had a crush on somebody, whatever, what have you. We all live in we all have our faults. We have our things. Some people drink, some people smoke, some people lust, some people do their thing, right? But the thing about being honest about who you are is that you allow other people the ability to accept you for who you truly are. And you're not living in secrecy, because secrets spill out, and we're in the age of spillage. That's what I'm saying. People, you might as well just be honest. Yes, 11 on the clock. You look at that 11 synchronicity. You might as well just be honest in this age, because everything is being exposed. So it's more like, and we have to start looking at each other as humans, like with flaws. And yes, somebody may have, you might. I know people who do. Listen, spirituality is a band, it's a polar, some people dibble in the dark, some people are in the light. But if people were honest about where they're trying to go, then they will be less likely to be exposed in these times, because we're in the age of exposure. You might as well just be walking around being your true self, because it's going to come out. That's all I'm saying. There is no hiding from the light, and we're in the age of the light. And so that's why people are becoming so aware of everything right now. It's not just that we got cameras everywhere. It's the fact that we are living in the age of the eyes are being opened. That's why man-made cameras are everywhere. It's just mimicking spirituality. Everything is awakening. And so there's cameras and eyeballs everywhere. And so as we wake up, they want to see what we see. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we have to be aware of ourselves and not being embarrassed. I believe in embracing your shadow, knowing yourself on both sides. Mm-hmm. I always tell people, I know my shadow. I have sat with my shadow. I have tamed my dragon. I have trained my dragon. That's the only reason why I can do a show called How to train the dragon because I had to train mine. How do not slay my dragon because I had to learn not to slay mine. You know, we have to go through these stages, so we can't really judge other people when they're going through it, but it's the honesty, it's the lack of honesty. Right. And people are not honest with themselves, so they're afraid and they're ashamed to be honest with anybody else. But you don't know how other people will receive you, and you don't know what demons and skeletons they're dealing with that they may be more open to if people were a little bit more honest. Like, your past is your past, but people carry so much shame that, you know, I mean, there is things to be shameful for. Don't get it twisted. There's some weird shit coming out nowadays that I do not recommend anyone be doing and dibbling. But I'm just talking about there's a lot of shamefulness just in being ourselves. And we're in the age where, honestly, we just being ourselves is required. Because that's the only way to integrate your shadow is to really, truly be yourself and be like, look, you know, yeah, sometimes I curse, or people be acting like they're just so holy, and it's like you're holding back. It's parts of you're just holding back that is never going to be, you're never going to be you again in your wholeness. This is the time to be you. So stop hiding it. Don't be out here being no crazy savage. Just be yourself. Like, and I think a lot of people are afraid and ashamed of that. And so this age of Aquarius is requiring it. And that light, that 11 number, that light shining on it, it's just a symbolic reminder that you cannot hide from the light.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So what we think, y'all? Did the guys Rael, did she pass for today? Did she pass the quiz?
I hope so.
Test.
I will say the synchronicities over here be crazy on Pronoia. It really does, because you spoke so much on this, like, even this era we're in, and this new how to train your dragon. It has a lot to do with us being like honest with ourselves and with our, like, not always looking at things like, oh my God, because slaying your dragon could also be hiding yourself too. You know what I'm saying? Don't hide yourself. You know, just, you know, train yourself, train that ego, you know? So yeah, sometimes you might be a little boastful, bring the shit back a little bit. It's okay to be you, just train that shit. So I like that we are on a roll this season with the energy, with the same frequency in which the planet is, because I get excited when you send out those forecasts. I'll be like, okay, let's see if it goes with the downloads I've been getting. And it does.
Oh, wow.
It be in sync. I'll be like, wow. And that lust energy that like, just don't, this month is just wow. That's all I can say. And I don't even watch the news, but it's been a lot.
Sometimes you can't avoid it, you know, especially if you're on the internet, you know, things just kind of pop up. Even if you didn't curate your algorithm for it to come up, it still kind of comes up. So yeah, I know it's unavoidable. So
yes, yeah. We got a lot to carry at this time, because we are moving in between two ages. That's also that 11. You know, it's the two different pillars. We move in between two different times right now. So that 411 is important. It's important to be stable right now.
Yes, to be stable. You know, and the other thing about those pillars is you can also look at those pillars as doorways for entities to come in and out of.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
They could be benevolent or they could be nefarious entities coming, entities or souls revolving in and out of those doorways right there too. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and see, that 4 is the gatekeeper. You gotta make sure you got a stable gatekeeper between them two pillars. That 411. It's crazy. The numbers definitely resonate with the energy that's going on right now. So make sure y'all tapping into the numbers and Mr. Westbrook and his numbers, because I get excited when I hear it, and it does resonate with the times we're in. Yeah. That is being hidden in these times.
Yup. Yeah. So I'm glad you mentioned tapping in, because this is a I have to give this reminder to folks, especially folks who are here for the first time. Now, when I do these monthly messages, and when I give these live, real time messages, I'm talking universal energy, unless someone drops their birthday or their cycles into the chat. But this is the energy that's affecting everyone. So if you want to tap in with me and get a more intimate understanding of what energies you're being affected by based on your individual personal birthday or cycles or name, I do that also. But when I'm on these platforms, I'm giving general kind of messages, similar to like a Tarot Tuesday or some other type of system. Someone might pull a card, pull a general reading or general energy for the collective. I'm doing the same thing with the numbers. So if you want to know on a more individual basis, you can reach out to me and we can have a conversation, one-on-one.
Yes, absolutely. I think those are very important to have one-on-one consultations when you're talking about numbers, or when you get a tarot reading. A lot of times, I ain't gonna lie, collective readings resonate because I feel like I tap in a lot with the collective energy now. And so sometimes it's like, wow, like I can hear a reading and it'd be just a general collective, but it'd be sounding real specific. Be like, oh yeah. And that's because, again, when you're in the frequency, and I'm actually hearing a loud frequency in my ear right now.
Ooh.
That is so crazy. Yeah. So when you're in the frequency of it, it's like the messages will resonate for you. Like they will. It'll be like, wow, it feels like he's talking directly to me. He's talking to like the whole general population as a collective. So, I cheat the system sometimes because I do get into the frequency of, the universe. And once you do, those messages resonate. They come from everywhere. Like I was walking down the street and somebody was talking, and I just got a message. I was like, wow, that is so wild how the universe will just start talking to you.
That's really how it works. When people are like, show me a sign. What's the sign?
Oh man,
God, talk to me. God, sign. Those be your signs right there.
But we be looking for a specific sign. We want a specific sign because we want a specific answer. But if we would just look, see, as a child, I think it's become easier for me as an adult because I've always looked for signs as a child. I'm a Pisces, y'all. I'm woo-woo. I've been woo-woo since I was a child. So, I was the kid that'd be like, okay, I'll ask God for something, and I'll say something like, if the wind blow this way, and I believe it, like just that simple. Yep, that's it. And I just go with it. And usually I'll be right about it. I'm just like, I go with divine messages. And so sometimes we doubt ourselves, right? We'll doubt our own intuition. And then we'll wonder why we're not getting the message, but you are. You're just not listening to yourself. You're not listening to what's around you. You can listen to the birds chirp. They can chirp a certain amount of times, and that's your answer. You hear that? That was hell no. Don't do it. You hear certain messages, but we'll be like, nah, that's crazy. That's not a message for me. Somebody will come on TV and be like, you need a new car. You need a new car. You need it. And you'll be like, I don't think I need no new car. You need a new car.
Yup. Yeah, the birds chirping, shit. Even that wino who everybody thinks is a bumbling fool, he didn't gave you a message.
Clone Tyrone?
Yeah.
Exactly. Listen, the song goes, what if God was one of us? Just a slob like one of us, just a stranger on a bus, trying to make his way home. Come on, man. Y'all don't know. Oh, you get on my nerves because you said that, and we're gonna have a show on spiritual authority, because a lot of people are walking around talking to angels and not even knowing in human form. You don't know who you talking to, who divine has set in front of you, because someone is clothed in this human body. And so we are going to have a show about spiritual authority and how a lot of times divine will put certain people into certain people's lives to test you. You know, then you may think that person is a homeless person, and divine put that person specifically to see if you would give to that person, or if you would look down on that person, or what you would say when you walked away, because divine is always watching and hearing everything. So everything is a test of who you truly are. You know, divine hears you when nobody else hears you. He hears those deep, dark thoughts. When you thought about that person, when you saw them, like he puts that in front of you so you can see who you are truly in your heart. So, and the thing about spiritual authority, it doesn't show up on the outside. And a lot of times people will test people and not know what kind of energy they really truly carry until they test it. And then they test and they can't get the fuck up out the flames. But it's like, hey, you saw a bunny rabbit, but you didn't know that bunny rabbit had a goddamn gun. When the bunny turned around, the bunny had the gun. So that we're gonna definitely get into spiritual authority over here.
Yup. That's I'm going to it right now. That's that's Hebrews. That's the book of Hebrews. That's Hebrews 13:2.
Mr. Westbrook, he preaching tonight. And yes, he started off. I was like, oh my goodness, let me go get the organ. Get that job going.
Yeah. That's Hebrews 13:2. That's let brotherly love continue. Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels.
That part, and for sure, I know I have. Like, I have had people come into my life with messages, like divine messengers, which also tells me that if divine is sending a messenger, think about how much divine loves you to send one of the messages into your life, to try to bring you out of, or teach you something, or tell you something that specifically said, you know what, let me set this up for you. And so again, the way you treat what divine sends out is the way you treat divine.
That's right.
And so that's how we have to think of each other. You don't know who is in front of you. You don't know if that waitress who been on her feet all day has that anointing oil on her. You don't know. And so to be gentle with each other. We are supposed to be gentle with each other and show grace.
Yep, absolutely. And being open to perceiving that, or and accepting a message coming through that vehicle. That's that other aspect of that number 4 and that 411. Thinking outside of the box. People who have number 4s in their name or their birthday, those are the forward thinking, innovative thinkers who don't think like everybody else. Some people might call them weird because they ahead of their time, or while everybody's going left, they going right. Right. So that spiritual 411 message there with that spiritual authority is also reminding you that the message or that 411, that information may not come in a normal or an average or a regular way. It might come in a way that's different or unusual, or in a way that you or someone else might not be considering or thinking of.
Yep. And that's why you have to have discernment and be aware and know that what you ask for is coming. It may not show up the way you think it should. So just be prepared. That's why you have to have that 4, right? That 4 ready. Be prepared for whatever. However it comes, just be prepared for it, because divine answers prayers. And he also sees what you deserve. So be prepared for either way. Be prepared for whatever the 411 may be, whatever the information may be on the other side of that line. Be prepared.
Expect the unexpected. That's also another meaning of the number 4, because the number 4, that's that Uranus energy, that out and unusual type energy right there. So
the cray energy.
That cray energy. So it could be something that you're not expecting, or it could be at a time that's unexpected. Yeah, you want to keep all of that in mind, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, keep that and mind your mind, because that number 4 is that mental number also. That's that. You got to make sure that you're in the right frame of mind, so you can put yourself in position to receive, these downloads and these channels.
Yes, 'cause there is a such thing as spiritual psychosis.
Yes, it is. Indeed.
We have to be careful. But I do understand, like, we are in a time where those who are awakened will become more awakened. And, we might start thinking, we might see more people outside talking to themselves, but they're not crazy. Believe me, it's all the downloads. They got to find a way to get it out. You're going to see more podcasts of people speaking spiritually out, because they got to get a way to get it out, because it's going to come in quickly. This is the quickening. So information will be coming in quickly. Just like that's why AI and everything is speeding up. It's because you are speeding up. Yep. And like we were talking about that, what's the 411? Yes, back to the who this. And when we get those downloads, it's definitely, they come quickly, because it's like you've cleared out all. That's the whole point. That was the whole point of the year of the snake and the shedding, was to get you prepared for how quickly everything is going to change. It's like you have to clear out the space and make room, like you said, like prepare for everything that's coming, because there is a lot to come, and it's a lot of you to come, a lot of you to step into. So you have to prepare for that too. We've been playing small for a long time.
Yeah, yes, we have. We've been playing small. We've been sleeping on ourselves. We've been having this quote unquote imposter syndrome and all those things. So it's the time to step it up and really step into our power and our potential.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we're gonna see what May has to bring. Y'all, look, listen, I always go back and watch the videos too after the month is ended, and I'm telling you, they be resonating. I'll be like, ooh. And especially, you started off, I think it was October was the one where you first gave us the forecast. I think it was October last year when you first started giving us the forecast, because I remember you, if it wasn't October, it's the month before that, but you had spoke about how October was a preview for the year. October. Yeah, okay. Yep. And man, ever since you gave us, it's like your readings are almost like a damn tarot reading. I'll be sitting there like, oh my God. And it clearly, it plays out. It plays out in that energy on a collective scale. And again, I live in the collective energy at this time, because I'm serving the collective. So I feel what you're saying, like the frequencies of the energy you're talking about. I feel that as a collective. It's hard for me to even go into grocery stores now. I feel everybody's energy, and I'd be like, oh, y'all are so overwhelmed. Let's get out of here. I need to take a shower. I don't feel overwhelmed, but the collective energy is very overwhelmed right now. It's an overload of information. People don't know what to be worried about. It's not that people don't care. They don't even know what the fuck to care about. It's so much to care about, and it's so much that we have become. It's like becoming numb, because you've had an overload of caring. We've burnt out that part of us where we're trying to just survive all this shit that's going on. And so I don't think we've lost our care. I questioned where was the care when all of this stuff started coming out, but I realized that everybody's again dealing with so much that we don't know where that, we expend so much energy on caring that when it hit us now, we are so numb to it. We see, oh, this person, oh wow, that's crazy. Oh wow, that's it's not a shock anymore. It's just like,
that's going ahead to that spiritual, well, not just that spiritual authority, but that the importance of that protection, protecting the mind, body, and the spirit, because a lot of that burnout is by design. It's the work of the archons, throwing all this stuff at us to drain us, because they know that if they scattered our attention and our energy by orchestrating all of this conflict and heavy energy in the world, and also having us working 40 plus hours a week to survive for basic necessities, and piling all the other things on top of us. They can keep us from, or they're trying to keep us from stepping into who we are truly supposed to be.
Yes, I heard that. I actually heard that as a download this week, that it's the self-actualization. They don't want us to self-actualize. And so that's exactly what I heard. And it says with the rise of AI grows, it's gone to be very hard to tell what's real and what's not if they can't tap into your intuition, right? You need to tap. Listen, that's the whole point, is to confusion is the name of the game, right? It's to have us not knowing what is left and what is right. And that's why it's so important to know yourself, right? To trust yourself and to be vigilant of your physical being, because there is going to be manipulation. It's been introduced so innocently that we have to realize that AI is not the problem, it's who is using the AI and what it's being used for. Okay, so attacking AI is not going to get us nowhere. It's understanding how this can be manipulated against us and not allowing it to overrun everything. And that's what people aren't doing. Like, right now there's no boundaries. We're just using it all willy-nilly, but eventually it's to get us comfortable with it. That's what we have to understand. Like, that's the whole point, is to ease it on in there. Like, you're a virgin, here's your first time, let me ease it on in there with you. This AI, you want to play? Let's make some few pictures. Okay, now we're going to make a picture of you. Like, even the mouths being like super extra, they already got they showing us the old shit. They got the full-blown, looks just like me and you talking right like now. With all the mistakes and everything. Not no perfect speech, because we know people don't talk like that, right? So when we hear somebody just talk like, bam, bang, 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 we know it's AI. So they know that we know that.
Yep.
Right? So within the AI, there's this list. We're watching people who we think are people who are truly AI, right, at this point. It's a mind fuck.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But we have to be vigilant. And that's why knowing yourself is always been the most important thing you can do, is not get caught up in everything external to you, because you will lose your mind. That's the whole point. Like you said, that's what the archons. Oh, I love it. Man, we got to get, when are we going to, there's so many shows. Archons, Gnosis. We got so much.
But but for real though, because they're trying to hit you with everything, trying to hit you with everything, attack you from all angles. so yes, going inside, inward, back to you, back to self is it's going to be most important. And all these shows that Goddess Rael just mentioned, all these shows are providing tools to help you get back to yourself, or help you stay with yourself. If you're already to yourself, but you try to stay in there, and maybe you might backslide once in a while. You gotta get yourself back in your foundation. That's what we doing here. With all of these offerings and all these shows.
It helps you stay grounded in what you really truly here for, which is to know yourself into a way that you can't be manipulated, because the manipulation is going to get heavier, because it's about the air. Okay, so we're in the age of Aquarius. Air is frequency, and frequency. Well, everything is the frequency. How you see me is based on the frequency. So if they can jog your frequency, you can see me differently. That's why people can manipulate. That's what magic is. It's a manipulation. Someone can actually manipulate the way other people see you based on being able to manipulate your frequency. So everything is air. We're in the age of Aquarius. You have to be aware of your frequency, your vibration. You have to be aware of what you give off in your mouth is everything moves faster right now. And everything is being created based on frequency and energy. You know, we were in the age of water before. So water is dense. It happens a little slower. You ever try to run in water? Not as fast. But air, they give you a little push. You know what I'm saying? Everything goes a little bit faster. So we in that age of air.
Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Donna said we're going to get all the wisdom. Absolutely.
Right. That's a fact.
And we can go on with
when you come here, you use the grocery store analogy. When you go to the grocery store, you don't get one of everything from the store. You just come and get what you need. You know, you gonna get yourself some bread, you get yourself some fruit, some vegetables, you gonna get yourself some red lentil flour. If you don't need the yogurt, then you leave the yogurt on the shelf. So that's how you should approach coming to Pronoia. You take what resonates with you, but you should be open to receiving everything, and then from there you gravitate towards whatever resonates with your spirit.
Yes, I agree. And it's a variety here, but it's all we're all on the same journey to bring you to the same places to know thyself. If you want to know thyself through numerology, through storytelling, through the Rose Corner, through transformations, through what have you, whatever way that it is, we're going to try to return you back to yourself so that you could be the best version of you, so we can all be the better version of ourselves, because we are all connected. And so that's the whole point of this journey, is to help each other along the way, because we all need a little help and reminders. Starseeds don't need validation. We need affirmation. We need confirmation sometimes. Sometimes we want to remember that we're not crazy. So sometimes you need people to tell you, no, you gifted, baby. You're not crazy. So
exactly.
Oh, we love you, Lady Saturn. Thank you for tapping into the podcast. I love to see your pretty face every time you hear. And I appreciate everybody that taps in every time you do. You could be anywhere and you come here to Pronoia, and believe me, you are divinely guided here. So thank you for listening to the call and taking the call to come here to Pronoia to get whatever it is that you receive every time you come here, because everybody receives something different. And I love that. I love that. It's so much to receive here.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yes.
That's right.
So is there anything else you'd like to say tonight, Mr. Westbrooks?
No, I mean, I guess I'll just close out and give the benediction, and then you can
the benediction.
You can take us out on the on the organ. But yes, I want to once again, just thank everybody for tapping in. Means a lot that y'all show up for Math Metaphysician, and then y'all show up for everybody, man. So that's definitely love right there. If you're not already connected with me and you want to get connected with me, I'm on Instagram at Mr. Westbrooks, MrWestbrooks. On Instagram, I'm on TikTok, Mr. Westbrooks 22. So same thing, just with the 22 at the end.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Yep. My website is supremenumerics.com. And again, thank you for your time and attention. From me, Mr. Westbrook, Supreme Numerics, and may Source and the ancestors show you favor and keep you. May they smile down on you and be kind to you, and may they be pleased with you and give you peace of mind.
Yes.
Peace. I'm out.
I love that. Look, Lady Saturn said, I love it. The 7th grader in me feels like I'm in the Black Hogwarts. Yes, I know. This is
dope. That's what's up.
We will have Pronoia shirts soon enough, and we will be in the Black Hogwarts. We all have the Black Hogwarts. I love that. That's dope. I love the energy level. Love to see the growth and the alignments. Thank you so much. And I appreciate you tapping in every time that you do. And you guys, make sure you share only with the dope people, though. We are in no rush. Listen, I am in no rush We are going nowhere. Pronoia is here. This is the foundation we are laying here. So you are here in the beginning. Even though this is season 6, this is a whole new foundation. With Goddess Rael and the Starseeds, man, we are, and we continue to grow and expand because the universe is continuing to grow and expand. So make sure that you share this with the dope folks that you know that you think will be dope over here in Pronoia. Help us grow little by little, organically. I really don't want to come back and see 20,000 people and then we got 10 people watching. Like, no. If we got 10 and we got 100, that's good for me. You understand? Let's just keep it organic. But if you know somebody and you know they'll benefit and they love this energy, go ahead and send them over to Pronoia to subscribe. We'll be back. We here every week. I'm telling you, we got too many Starseeds. We can't miss a week. We will be here every week until November. I promise you. And I get a lesson. If anybody in here is going to be the damn student of the year, it's going to be me. I promise you. I'm here every episode, sitting in the back of the class, chewing my bubble gum, but I'm listening. I'm taking notes, and I appreciate you. I really do. Thank you, Math Metaphysician. It's been a really dope night. I enjoyed the message, and I love the energy too. Thank you, Starseeds, for tapping in. Again, you could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here. Thank you so much. And yes, before we go, catch the replay of the Starseeds musicals if you have not seen it. It's really dope. I went and watched it, and I was like, oh, that was pretty fucking dope. Also, check out all the replays. We got numerology replays. We got the human design. You can get caught up on your human design. It's so much information. You got the Rose Corner. You got Knowledge Born show his first episode as a Starseed, but he's been here before. You can go back to our archives. We got plenty of shows. Claudia actually created a playlist of all the human design shows. We have so many shows. It's crazy. So you can't say you don't know thyself. By the end of this season, if you don't know thyself, you just refuse to look at thyself, and that is not my problem. Okay, I did what I came to do. Okay, now I'm here for you, and I'll be back here for you on Monday. That's right, it's Masters Mondays. It's the first episode of Masters Mondays, and we'll be snapping in there with Dr. Dilbert Blair talking about the quickening. All right, so make sure you tap in on Monday. And then it's back-to-back shows. Claudia's in the building. Adonis is in the building. There's so many people coming in the building. So hit that notification bell so that you know when we are live here on Pronoia, because it's around 9:30 p.m.-ish. Don't hold me to it. I got kids and I got some life, and I love y'all, but I'll be here, okay? Pronoia means that the universe is always conspiring in your favor, no matter what it looks like on the outside. Yes, it was 11:44. I love that number. The dream team. That's right, Starseed. We are family. That's right. If you don't have no other family, you got family over here in Pronoia. Because Pronoia means the universe is always conspiring in your favor no matter what, because you are the universe. Never forget that. And guess what? Never settle down. Keep it moving. Love you. Peace.
Yeah. I had to elevate my mental. I got up off my ass and pressed the gas on my potential. I tamed my temptations, now I'm taking care of my temple. I pull up to the function, skip the line, I'll show credentials. They know I'm presidential. Everything monumental when you recognize your moment. See, I built it on my own, so ain't no question if I own it. They used to laugh, call me alone, and now they ask for a loan. See, my exit, I wouldn't succeed. I plant my feet and now I grown. See, I used to be a stoner, now I'm high off life. I'm up high in plain sight, just hopped off a flight. Me and Hunt, old kid, now they gotta raise the price, cause I invested in myself and made it back overnight. Dog, we all fall short, don't give a fuck about your height. In America, do you wrong, so you better know your rights. See, they do it for attention, I just follow intuition. I'm on a mission, why they missing? I ain't difficult, I'm different. Nah, I can't settle. See, I bet it on myself, now everything getting better. Nah, I can't settle. They want me to come down, told them meet me on my level. Nah, I can't settle. See, I was low, now I'm on higher level. And they keep asking how I did it, doggone If life's a marathon, I deserve a medal. Yeah, nah, I can't settle. See, I was low, now I'm on higher level. And they keep asking how I did it, dog, I'm special. If life's a marathon, want my gold medal. See, I used to try to force it, now I flow with it. They threw dirt up on my name, but now I grow with it. I used to wait up on my blessing, now I go get it. I'm done waiting, done debating. If God tests me, let him grade me. This that top shelf flow, yeah, I'm way out your reach. Used to choose between shoes, now I tell them give me each. But I don't brag about no fashion, cause I ain't one for the flash. Used to sag, now I'm a grown man. I keep my belt fast and had so much on my plate. But then I started fasting, then I started meditating, then I started levitating. This that self-knowledge, black man educated, could've been in that cell. Now every day a celebration. Now these days I practice celibacy and focus on development. And I ain't really emotional, I'm just emotionally intelligent. Shawty call me selfish cause I don't focus on my betterment. These days I'm on a higher level. No, I can't settle. Whoa. No, I can't settle. See, I bet it on myself. Now everything getting better. Nah, I can't settle. They want me to come down. Told them meet me on my level. Nah, I can't settle. See, I was low, now I'm on higher level. And they keep asking how I did it, dog, I'm special. If life's a marathon, I deserve a medal. Yeah, nah, I can't settle. See, I was low, now I'm on higher level. And they keep asking how I did it, dog, I'm special. If life's a marathon, want my gold medal. Yeah.
I'm too rich to be broke. Till my bank account, it better catch up to my soul. Manifested through the pain, take back what I own. Every time I'm on the track, my tongue gon' speak gold. Nigga, royalty, I just landed on earth, yeah. Chose a body, skin color like the dirt, yeah. And if I put my hand on it, it'll work, yeah. Everything I touch is gold, nigga, royalty, yeah. I'm abundant in my soul, royal from my head to my pinky toes. Every time I check the bank, it overflows. So I withdraw and it just send me back more, nigga, royalty. See, if I touch it, it's gon' prosper, there's no other option. Got so much power from the source, I'm about to blow the socket. They say I'm so different, I'm from another dimension. So much God in my genes, you think I'm rocking true religion. Not to mention holiness inside my breath, the spirit speaks when I be spitting. Abundance can't live without me, man, I think we codependent, it's written. God in the body of a beast, why you think I got dominion everywhere I lay my feet? With a pedicure too, cause I breathe excellence. Walking around smelling godly, so that means I'm heaven sent, yeah. Royalty is all they see when I come around. I'm just a queen who chose to wear her crown. I'm too rich to be broke, till my bank account, it better catch up to my soul. Manifested through the pain, take back what I own. Every time I'm on the track, my tongue gon' speak gold, nigga, royalty. I just landed on earth, yeah. Chose a body, skin color like the dirt, yeah. And if I put my hand on it, it'll work, yeah. Everything I touch is gold, nigga, royalty, yeah. I'm abundant in my soul, royal from my head to my pinky toes. Every time I check the bank, it overflows. So I withdraw and it just send me back more, nigga, royalty, yeah. They said nobody's coming to save you. I had to look inside me. I was looking everywhere for a savior. what the God was in me. The world like to tell you what you can't, what you ain't, that you late. Just remember that you great. The world like to tell you what you can't, what you ain't, that you late. Just remember that you great.
Yeah. You know what I fought through just to get her? I evolved so much I feel like I don't fit her. Out of place, my palate increased, I got a higher taste. I don't want it if it ain't organic, and I don't wanna talk if we ain't seeking understanding. And I don't wanna chill if growth ain't what we planning. And I don't wanna take no pictures if they ain't candid. Catch me in a moment or don't catch me at all. They throwing shade underhand and I'm deflecting it all. But if it's good energy, then I'm accepting it all. Yeah, I'm accepting it all. They tried to prosper against me, but they weapons too small. I got God on my side, nigga. I got angels in the field down the ride, nigga. Plus my ancestors, same gang, same hand gestures, great wisdom. My people say I'm acting different. I tried to put them what I'm on, but they ain't listen. I made some diamonds out this pressure, can't say they ain't glisten. I cut them snakes out my grass cause I heard them hissing. It's a marathon, I do the distance. Yeah, the crowd tried to tell me I was done for, but I ain't listen.
They said nobody's coming to save you. I had to look inside me. I was looking everywhere for a savior, but the God was in me. The world like to tell you what you can't, what you ain't, that you late. Just remember that you great. Tell you what you can't, what you ain't, that you late. Just remember that you great.
A wise man told me I got a calling on my life. I think I overstand now. I think I get why Miss Johnson kept praying now. I think I get why I lost a lot of friends now. All part of the plan. See, some relationships supposed to land. If they can't grow with you, then they can't go with you. My ex say she was leaving. I said don't let the door hit you. On the way out, I told her stay out. See, I'm finding myself, aligning myself, working and I'm timing myself, reminding myself, yeah, that I'm free. And ain't nobody gonna do me like me. Self-love, it's the best love, that's the best drug. Praise to the Most High, my investor. Yeah, I'm self-driven like Tesla. Yeah, I'm blessed up, from my feet to my chest up. Middle finger to my oppressor, and I press on. I go to war with my demons, I put my vest on, and I turn every L into a lesson. If I got greatness in me, not even a question.
They said nobody's coming to save you. I had to look inside me. I was looking everywhere for a savior, but the God was in me. The world like to tell you what you can't, what you ain't, that you late. Just remember that you great. The world like to tell you what you can't, what you ain't, that you late. Just remember that you great.
Starseed, the musical mathematician. Law 1, you come from a piece that none can disturb. The hidden one is you, get back to zero if you need to purge. Law 2, nothing in this world can be against you. All your experiences are here to lift you and assist you. Law 3, your knowing is unlimited. Your not knowing just mean your mind ain't formed it into sentences. Let go of the ignorance, step into your omnipotence. Challenges will fall once you cultivate the experience. Law 4, words plus emotion is a potion. You can change the world by being true and just evoking. Keep your heart still, die to the world and go reach higher land. I know I will succeed, I surrender to the divine plan. Law 5, God needs you to come into existence. Let your intuition guide you inside you, let go resistance. Law 6, God need to punish his no awards. You are one with the Lord, that power is all yours. Law 7, rejection, redirection, don't make life hard. You have the power, but not the right to just ignore God. Choose peace, detrimental emotions make you lose sleep. This medicine and candy, I will, therefore I am free. Law 8, you are not a human, you're a divinity. So in the face of challenges, you can maintain your inner peace. Law 9, it's not what you think or what you affirm. It is who is thinking and affirming. Gotta discern the knowledge you've obtained is not the only education. No longer master motives through rationalization. Law 10,